Normally, I wouldn't waste my time talking about nutcases like this, but it involves my people. So, Representative Scott Perry has been, I guess, going viral or whatever you want to call it, especially in the international spaces in Nigeria, for as they try to have this ongoing battle with the USAID and their little whatever they got going on, just making bold claims with no evidence that USAID sponsored Boko Haram, etc., whatever the case might be. I do want to let you guys know this. Number one, you won't hear from me that I think the United States government is above sponsoring by proxy terrorist groups. That's not no. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not that stupid. What I am going to tell you is that this man, a lieutenant of MAGA, will parrot any talking point that would advance the MAGA, agenda. So that includes trying to overturn the 2020 election. Yes, he was one of the people on that list. Correct. And quite frankly, his foreign policy record is not the greatest. I mean, there was a time when he was one of the few House Republicans that voted against condemning coup d'état in like 2021. So that this is not the person you want to listen to. And so take this with a grain of salt because I know for a lot of my Nigerians, I'm not at home, so I get it. Y'all in the front lines. This is not to tell you that what your original claims and your suspicions aren't true as far as with GEJ. Like that. But what I'm telling you is be careful with your confirmation bias here because this guy here, nutcase. That's all I'm going to tell you. That's all I have. I have nothing else. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day, okay? And I probably should have pushed this a lot earlier, but I just want to mention one more thing. Number one, the stuff that Representative Perry's talking about here, that's usually reserved for the intelligence groups of the United States. Okay, and he knows that. He knows that. That little kind of like weird little background psyop stuff, that would come from the United States governments usually comes from intelligence agency. As far as USAID is concerned and how they do their their spread out of funds and trying to help different countries. I'm not going to tell you that mismanagement won't happen. I'm not going to tell you that when the money goes from end A to end B, it can end up in a terrorist leader's hands. That's not what I'm saying either. But I don't think that's usually intent of these type of agencies. So just be careful, dog. That's all I'm going to tell y'all. I have nothing else.